Hello, ma'am. Good morning. I will walk you through the diesel cooling water system and explain the purpose of each component and the flow of the cooling water. First, we have the parts. We have the engine. Um, we have the parts. We have the components and their purpose. First, we have the engine. The engine. This is the heart of the system. The engine produces heat. So, and the cooling system is designed to keep the engine temperatures within a specific range to prevent material stress. So, we have our engine here. Claro ba? Next, we have our water pump. Our water pump, this pump is the pump circulates the cooling water through the system. So, ensuring it moves continuously from the engine to the heat exchanger and back to the engine. Next, we have our surge tank here. Our surge tank, this tank is part of the system's vent line. So it acts as reservoir for the cooling water. Next, we have our heat exchanger. This is where the heat is removed from the cooling water side. So the engine's jacket cooling water transfer its heat to a cooling medium such as mga seawater, with which then exits the system. We have our course or AMOT thermostat. The thermostat is crucial for controlling the cooling water temperature. It is placed at the engine's cooling water outlet, as you can see, and regulates the flow of water. So it can send the water to either the heat exchanger or a bypass line, depending on the temperature. So we are done with the components and their, what we call this, their function. Next, we have a step-by-step flow. So step-by-step flow, when the water exits the engine. So it means when the water exits the engine, so init na ang water. So the cooling water now hot from absorbing heat from the engine. So it will flows out and heads toward the thermostat. Next, the thermostat rule. The thermostat detects the temperature of the water. So if the water is too hot, it directs the flow to the heat exchanger. If the water is that right temperature, it recirculates. It recirculates lang sa some of the flow back through the bypass line. So, the water na naa sa cooling process or naa diri sa atong heat exchanger, the water that goes to the heat exchanger is cooled down by the raw water in. So, we have a raw water in. So, sa bypass flow naman, the water that goes through the bypass line is not cooled. Dili pa siya cold. Sa the two flows that cooled water from the heat exchanger and the warm water from the bypass, ginmix siya together. So ang naa sa bypass na water dili pa siya mo diretso dito sa engine because they will mix together before reaching the water pumps. So the mixing action results in a stable and consistent temperature for the water entering the pump. So after that, return to the engine na. The water pump then send this now regulated temperature water back to our engine to continue the cooling cycle.